right away.
And his court want to escape. I do not understand.
They get authored a miracle, and they bite the hand. The many have shared this wisdom.
They shall not leave the ship.
Hi there. Please make your selection.
Yes.
hail surprises me. Transmitting cybernetic modules.
We arrived planetside via the shuttle on June 15th at 0800 hours. Kerenskin was the first one out the door, never even bothering to do a level B hazard suit exam. Not wanting to let that little try-up suit get a head start, Diego went right after him. I thought it was crazy, sending the senior officers of the Rickenbacker down to the surface of an uncharted body. But
We must destroy the Von Braun. But before we can separate the Rickenbacker, we must remove the foul black eggs. The many has vomited on this planet. These eggs are an experiment of the many, and will in time spawn the next generation of annelid, which you will have no hope of destroying. Steel yourself in a struggle, human. They fear you are my avatar. You have destroyed the first of the eggs, but there are 15 left. Find them.
the eggs were lying in a semicircle in the middle of what looked like a crash crater. There were hundreds of those things, hundreds. And as we got closer, you could hear them. The eggs, the things inside them. It's like music. It was just that music. All I wanted to do was see these things.
We must destroy the Von Braun. But before we can separate the Rickenbacker, we must remove the foul black eggs, the These These eggs are an experiment of the many. Human time spawn the next generation of still have no hope of destroying. Steel yourself for a struggle. They fear you, for you are my avatar.
Good. You have destroyed the first of the eggs.
The eggs were lying in a semicircle in the middle of what looked like a crash crater. There were hundreds of those things, hundreds. As we got closer, you could hear them. Not the eggs, the things inside them. It was like music. But that music, all I wanted to do was see those things up close. Find out their secrets.
Soldier, this is Captain William Diego. There isn't much time, so you must listen. I have the unique advantage of seeing this whole situation from every imaginable perspective. Until recently, I was a pawn of those vile and disgusting creatures, those corruptors of mind and body. I've managed to cleanse myself of their putrescence, but I've been severely compromised in the process. I'm in the sick bay on the foredeck of the Rickenbacker. I would come to you if I could, but that's an impossibility. You'll understand when we meet. Now get to it. Soldier, stay alive.
This was caused by an overload in the missile acceleration coil. There is another coil in Pod 2, which you must pass to get
To the bridge of the Rickenbacker. If you approach it,
the same will happen there, but I have conceived a way to avoid this. Proceed to engine nacelle B. There I will provide you the benefits of my omniscience.
was like being on a bender. Long periods that you couldn't remember. One minute we were in that crater, the next minute we were loading up the shuttle with eggs. I remember hearing that idiot Korenchkin calling the Von Braun and ordering them to clear off the entire hydroponics deck. Diego seemed to think this was strange and said, "Are you crazy, Anatoly?" And Korenchkin smiled and said back to him, "Oh, Captain, we are not Anatoly." I need to get into Nacelle B. In order to get into the Nacelle, I need my damn access card. But I left it on the opposite side of the hull breach. Wait a minute. If I can extend the auxiliary support struts, I could... If they've survived the blast, that is.
Health low.
A worm crawled up my arm and rested on my neck. When he whispered into my ear, I felt a tingle. He told me how to make a weapon that would help us against our enemies. And here's the thing. It's made of worms. It even fires worms. But it stings like you wouldn't believe.
Move quickly.
This is not acceptable.
Nobody knows who to trust anymore. Nobody's even sure who's human anymore. I've blown out the access ladders in the torpedo room to restrict access to Pod 2. Let's hope that holds them back. As long as we're alive and drawing a paycheck from the Navy, those bastards are not getting the Rickenbacker. Simpson, Malone, Shandera, and Perez are dead. At least those are the ones we know for sure. Those bastards sabotaged the meson acceleration coil. They blew out the entire driver core 6 subdecks. From what I can tell, somebody tapped the frequency resonator to refract human-sized movements. The overload of all those people moving around must have blown the resonator. We set up a magnetic shield and the ship's still functional. Barely. I've quarantined the entrance to Pod 2. The secondary coil is right there, and I don't know how thorough the son of a bitch who did this was. Until I can reverse the gravitronic generators, we're effectively cut off from Pod 2. Wozchek's email said the only way to do that is by resetting the power grid from the access station in engine cell B. Of course, he didn't volunteer to do it himself. What a goddamn mess.
Hi there. Please make your selection. Thank you for choosing Value Wrap.
That's the triangle.
perform well for an insect. Transmitting cyber modules.